Next, neonatal reflexes. Anong tawag daw natin sa ating reflex? Stroking the soles of the foot to the heel of the newborn is a Babinski reflex. What is the normal response of Babinski reflex? Fanning of toes. Fanning of toes indicates immaturity of the nervous system. Again, bakit nagfa-fan po yung toes ni baby kapag nagbabinski po tayo? Because still their CNS is immature. So it will indicate an immaturity of your CNS or the nervous system kapag nag-fan po yung kanyang toes. Again, stroking the foot of the newborn with inverted J is Babinski reflex. Next, what reflex is being stimulated if you accidentally jarred the crib or the bassinet of the baby? Ang tawag doon is startle reflex. Accidental jarring the crib or the bassinet is your startle reflex, or sa Tagalog, gulat. Nagulat yung baby. Sa Bisaya, kurat. Okay? So we have your jarring the crib, jarring the bassinet, it's the startle. Kigtot naman in Ilocano. In Ilocano, it's kigtot. Yan. So that is your startle reflex. Loud noises can elicit your startle reflex. Loud noises can elicit your startle reflex. Next, number 3. How about the reflex where you touch the corner of the mouth? Touching the corner of the mouth is the rooting reflex. Natawag dito, rooting reflex. Touching the corner of the mouth or brushing the cheek, that is your rooting reflex. How about the reflex elicited when you place the newborn in a flat surface? Placing the newborn in a flat surface will stimulate the stepping reflex. Ano daw? Stepping or the dancing reflex. So ayan yung yan yung kapag pinatong mo siya sa lamesa, parang nagtatatalon-talon yung dalawang paa niya. Yung mabilis na padyak-padyak ng paa niya, tawag mo doon, stepping reflex. Ang tawag doon? Stepping reflex. Okay, next. How about if the newborn spits? Anything placed anterior of the tongue is spitted out by the newborn. Ang tawag natin doon, extrusion. So always remember, if extrusion reflex is still present to the newborn, still you cannot give solid foods. Kasi inaantay natin na mag-recede or mawala yung extrusion reflex niya bago tayo magbigay ng solid foods. The disappearance of this reflex will signal that the baby is now about to receive solid foods. Pag nawala na po ito kay baby, meaning to say the baby now can receive solid foods. Next, number 6. The most important reflex of the newborn. Pag sinabi nating most important reflex of the newborn, it is the Moro reflex. The absence or the persistence of Moro reflex is abnormal. Dapat mawala na po yan 3 to 5 months old. Pag nagugulat pa rin po siya more than 5 months old, abnormal na po yun. Pag meron pa rin siyang Moro reflex or startle reflex more than 5 months old, abnormal na po kasi yun. Okay, again, kailan dapat nawawala ang Moro reflex? As early as 3 months to 5 months. 3 months dapat mawala na siya, or 5 months as late as 5 months. Okay, again, what do you call to your reflex being stimulated where you stroke or where you brush the side of the mouth or cheek of the newborn? Tawag doon, rooting reflex. Okay, rooting reflex. The disappearance of both rooting and extrusion signals the readiness of the baby to eat solid foods. Pwede na po siyang pakainin ng solid foods. Yan. Okay. That is your reflexes po, reflexes po yan. Reflex disappearance. Kakasabi ko lang kanina. So your Moro or startle reflex should disappear between 3 months to 5 months after delivery or after birth. Kailangan mawala po yan 3 months kay baby. Pag persistent po siyang meron or nandyan pa rin siya 8 months na yung baby, meron pa rin siyang startle reflex or Moro reflex, abnormal na po yun. Kasi dapat tatagal lang siya 3 to 5 months lang. Tatagal lang dapat siya 3 to 5 months. Next, extrusion. Extrusion reflex, yung sinabi ko kanina, yung spitting of your food, it will disappear 4 months. Involuntary po yun na pag may nilagay ka sa dila niya, iluluwa or ilalabas ng dila ni baby. Itatang thrust niya. Kaya ang ibang pangalan niyan, tongue thrust reflex. Itutulak ng dila niya palabas. Tawag doon, that is your what? Extrusion reflex. Pag nawala na po yan, pwede na po natin pakainin si baby ng solid foods. Kaya nga, the earliest time for solid feeding is 4 months kasi nawala na yung extrusion niya tsaka rooting reflex niya. Nawala na yung kanyang extrusion tsaka rooting reflex ni baby. Next, plantar reflex. Kailan mawawala ang plantar reflex? Ang plantar reflex naman, nawawala yan 9 months. Babinski reflex, 1 year old or 12 months. Tsaka lang mawawala ang Babinski kapag 1 year old na siya or 12 months na siya. Tonic neck, nawawala yan 4 months. Tonic neck, nawawala yan 4 months. And sucking reflex, pwede po itong mag-persist hanggang 12 months. Then after that, mawawala na po yung kanyang sucking reflex. Magiging voluntary sucking na siya. Again. So, ito yung ating sucking reflex hanggang 12 months lang siya. Kaya nga, 0 to 1 year old is the oral stage, di ba? Kasi sucking is very prominent at this young age. Developmental milestones. Number 1, voluntary active grasp reflex. Kailan daw meron na siyang voluntary grasp? So always remember that your voluntary grasp reflex will replace your involuntary grasp reflex starting at the age of 4 months. Mawawala na yung kanyang involuntary grasp in 4 months at mare-replace na po yan ng voluntary grasp at 4 months. Kaya nga after 4 to 5 months, the best and ideal toy for them now is the rattles. Bakit rattles? Kasi kaya na po nilang imarakas yung kanilang laruan. Ginaganyan na nila yung rattles. Pero at 4 to 5 months, matututunan na ni baby bitawan ang mga bagay na dapat bitawan. Wow! Okay. 4 to 5 months. As early as 4 to 5 months, matututunan na ni baby bitawan ang dapat niyang bitawan. Bakit? Kasi meron na siyang voluntary active grasp reflex. Next, number 2, sit securely. 8 months. Kailan na daw siya nakakaupo? 8 months. Sir, pag wala pong 8 months, sir, pwede bang 7 months? Yes. Mas maaga, mas maganda. Sabi ko nga, the earlier the developmental milestone occur is better. So, pangit naman kapag 9 months siya nakaupo, 10 months siya nakaupo. Ano 7 months na nandoon, wala ka ng ibang choice kundi 7, tapos 4, tapos 10, tapos 12. Sagot mo, 7 months na lang. Yan. Next, laugh aloud, 3 to 4 months. Kailan tatawa yung baby? 3 to 4 months. Next, smiles at 2 months. Smiles at 2 months. At 2 months, nag-smile na si baby. Kasi naka-move on na siya. Joke lang. Okay, ulitin ko. Smile at 2 months. Number 5, 4 weeks or 1 month. 4 weeks or 1 month. The newborn follows large moving objects and blinks their eyes with bright lights. Ulitin ko. Pag 4 weeks yung baby or 1 month old pa lang siya, it follows large moving objects. Again, 4 weeks follows large moving objects and blinks eye with bright lights. Yan, with bright lights. Next, dada, mama, nono, and bye-bye. Kailan niya kayang sabihin nito? 9 months. 9 months. Dada, mama, nono, bye-bye, 9 months. Next, 12 months. Fine finger grasp. So, pag 12 months na si baby, kaya na po niyang mag-hold ng mga small objects using your thumb and finger grasp. Thumb and finger grasp. Pero yung pincer grasp niyang yan, yung pincer grasp pong yan, pwede nang magpakita yan as early as 9 months. Pero, neat lang siya kapag 12 months. Kunwari, pag 9 months, kaya na po niyang pumulot pero hindi pa ganun ka-neat. Pwede mahulog pa yung pebbles or malit na object. Pero pag 12 months na yung baby, kayang-kaya na po niyang hawakan yung mga beads or mamalilit na bagay. Straw. Kaya na po na niyang ipasok yung straw sa butas. Sa 8 months po kasi, ang dada, mama, no meaning pa yon. Okay? no meaning pa yun. Di pa alam ni baby yung meaning nun. Pag 9 months to 10 months, kaya na po niya. Yan. Okay, dada and mama with meaning is 9 months. 8 months, wala pang meaning yun. Okay, next. Fine finger grasp at 12 months. Walks alone at 15 months. Ulitin ko. Kailan daw nag-walking alone yung baby? 15 months. Sir, wala pong 15 months. Eh, di sagot mo 1 year old. Why? Because between 1 year old to 15 months, the developmental task of the baby is to walk. Again, anong developmental task ni baby between 1 to 15 months? 1 year old to 15 months to walk. Makalakad po. Yan. Next, peekaboo game. Yung peekaboo game natin, 8 months po yan. Okay, 8 months to 10 months. Sir, naglaban po, may 8 months, may 10 months. Ano sagot natin? 8 months. Mas early, mas better. Mas early, mas better. Tandaan nyo lagi yan. Peekaboo game, 8 months. Mas early, mas better. Yeah. Stand with the father, 11 months. Or cruises with objects. Anong cruises with object na sinasabi natin? Kung nakahawak siya sa mga furnitures, tapos tinatry po niyang ilakad yung mga paa niya or humakbang-hakbang. Tawag doon cruising. Cruising ang tawag natin doon. The baby can now cruise at 11 months. Okay, at 11 months, the baby can now cruise. At 11 months, the baby is standing with the father. Next, number 2, laugh aloud. Nasabi na natin yan, 3 months to 4 months. Smile, 2 months. Walking, 12 months to 15 months. Drink in a cup, 5 to 6 months. Kailan daw na pwedeng uminom na si baby sa baso? 5 to 6 months. 5 to 6 months. Next, language of 2 months old. Lumabas sa exam dati yan. The language of a 2 months old is cooing sounds. Coo sounds. Tandaan niyo po. The language of 2 months old is cooing sound. Cooing sound. Next, teeth eruption. 2 first lower central incisors at 6 months. Again, kailan lumalabas yung unang ngipin ni baby? 6 months. 6 months. At anong unang lumalabas ng ngipin? Lower central incisors. Lower central incisors po. So, yan po yung ating first tooth to erupt. The central incisor. Next, 2 years old. The baby can now drink in a cup with minimal spilling. With minimal spilling. Kunti na lamang yung tapon-tapon niya. Okay, kunti na lang yung tapon-tapon niya. Next, 3 years old. The baby can now step in a stair 1 at a time. Okay, step in stair 1 at a time, 3 years old. Then, crawling. The baby starts to crawl 7 to 9 months. 7 to 9 months. Yeah. So, these are your top 10 milestone question in your exams. What month po ang tooth eruption? 6 months. 6 months. Tooth eruption is at 6 months. Toys of the baby. Toys appropriate to their ages. Pag 8 months yung baby, the most appropriate toy is large blocks. Large blocks. Pag 10 months old siya, still large block pa rin ang ibigay mo. Pag 6 months, rattle is the best toy. Rattle is the best toy. Why? Okay, why? Kasi sensory motor po sila. Gustong-gusto po nila yan. 0 to 2 years old, gustong-gusto nila yung may mga sounds. Okay? May mga sounds. Katulad ng rattles, katulad ng mga music box, mga mobile toys. Yan. And number 4, pag 0 to 6 months, mobile toys. Hindi po mobile na cellphone yan ha. Yung mobile toys natin yan, mga music mobile toys. Musical mobile toys. Yan yung mga ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, gumaganyan. Or twinkle, twinkle, little star, gumagano siya. Ow, ow, ow. How about you? Gumaganyan. So, yan yung mga laruan ng mga bata. Gustong-gusto yun ng mga batang tapik-tapikin, palu-paluin kapag may narinig silang sounds because they learn from the environment via sensory motor development. Sensory motor po kasi sila. Sensory motor. Okay? From Piaget's perspective, sensory motor po sila. Okay, next. Pag 12 months to 3 years old, pag nakakalakad or nakakatayo na yung bata, the most appropriate toy now is the wagon carts. Anong wagon carts? mga push and pull toys, bagon-bagon, mga ganon. Mga wagon carts kung tawagin natin. Next, basta no Barbie. No Barbie toys or miniature dolls and farm set toys. Why? May mga nakakalas po kasi mga malilit na bagay or parts ng ating mga toys na yan. Pwede po silang ma-choke. Yan. Pwede po silang ma-choke. No to farm set toys, no to marbles, no to Barbie or miniature dolls. And no to stuffed toys with button eyes and nose. Bawal po yung may mga button eyes tsaka nose na may stuffed toys. Katulad ng mga ganito. Bawal. Bawal tong mga to. Yan. Bawal yan. Okay? Bawal tong mga yan. Bakit? Natatanggal po kasi yung kanyang mata, yung kanyang ilong, yan. No Barbie, no miniature dolls, and farm set toys. Growth and development. Number 1, infancy. Always remember that infancy is the most rapid growth. Most rapid growth. Pinakamabilis po ang paglaki ng mga infants, especially during the first 12 months of their life. First 12 months of life, mabilis po yung paglaki ni baby dyan. Next, most slow growth. Kailan daw yung pinakamabagal na paglaki? Yung mga parang nababansot na yung mga bata. Toddler and preschooler. Infancy, most rapid growth. Most rapid growth po ang infancy within the first 12 months. Within the first 12 months po. Most slow growth or slowest growth, we have your toddler at saka preschooler. Okay? Toddler or preschooler. So mabagal yung paglaki nila, kaya pansinin mo yung pamangkin mong toddler, pansinin mo yung pamangkin mong preschooler, di ba ang late nila, nababansot po sila at that age. Next, number 3, we have your 1 inch per month in the first 6 months. So tandaan nyo po pala ito yung kanilang awag dito, sa growth development po nila, they will gain 1 inch per month in the first 6 months. Then after 6 months, they will now gain 0.5 inches per month. 1 inch per month, tapos 0.5 inch per month for the next 6 months. So, kunwari, pag ang birth length ni baby ay, sabihin nila natin, 18 inches po siya pinanganak. 18 inches po pinanganak si baby. Tapos ngayon, 4 months old na siya. Ilang inches na po yung length ni baby ngayon? Sagot? Ilang inches na po yung length ni baby ngayon? Sabi ko 18 inches yung kanyang birth length. Ngayon, 4 months old na siya. Ano na ang length niya ngayong 4 months old siya? Plus 4 inches lang kasi 1 inch per month. So 18 plus 4 is 22 inches na siya. For the weight naman, the weight of the newborn doubles as early as 4 to 6 months. Magdodoble po yung birth weight niya at 4 to 6 months. Kunwari, ang birth weight ni baby ay 3.5 kilograms at birth. Okay, the baby now is 6 months. Ilan na? Ano na ang weight niya ngayong 6 months siya? 3.5 times 2 is 7 kilograms na siya. How about kapag 1 year old na daw yung bata? Pag 1 year old na siya, it triples the birth weight. So kapag 3.5 siya nung pinanganak siya, 3.5 times 3 is what? 7 plus 3.5 is 10.5 na siya. 10.5 kilograms na po siya. Okay, very good tayo dyan. Okay, the next, how about kapag siya po ay 2 years old na, ano nang mangyayari sa kanyang birth weight? Pag 2 years old na po siya, magko-quadruple na po yung birth weight niya. Magka-times 4 na po tayo. I-times 4 mo na lang yung kanyang birth weight. Kapag ito po ay, pag ito ay 2 years old na. Yan. 14 na. Very good. Okay, so always remember that newborns also may have physiologic weight loss few days after their birth. Within the first 5 days, pwede po silang gumaan. At kailangan, ang igagaan lang nila ay 5 to 10% lang from their birth weight. So gagaan lang po sila ng 5 to 10% from the birth weight. So normal lang po ba yun? Yes. Normal lamang po yung weight loss na yon. Physiologic weight loss po yon. Pero dapat manumbalik po yung kanilang weight at the 10th day after birth. 10 days after birth, kailangan bumalik din po yung kanilang na-lost na weight. Okay, babalik din yung na-lost nilang weight at the 10th day. Yan, at the 10th day of their life. Okay, newborn. The normal sleep of newborn is 16 to 18 hours. Actually, may mga newborns nga, tulog hanggang 20 hours. Okay, bakit nilalagnat ang bata pag may lumalabas ang bibig? Kasi po, that is due to the discomfort and the biting of the baby. Kagat kasi sila ng kagat nung kung ano-ano. Tandaan yan. Minsan nga nagda-diarrhea din sila eh. Pero yung diarrhea not associated to teething na. Kasi yung diarrhea, possible secondary to your bacterial infection na sa mga kinagat-kagat nilang mga objects. Pero yung feverish state, normal lang yon. Ear pain, normal lang din yun. If they are tugging with their ear, mean kasi nagngingipin na yung bata. Or resistant to chewing and drooling of saliva. Yun yung mga sign ng teething sa bata. Okay, balik ako dito. Normal sleep hours, 16 to 18 hours. Number 2, voids, 6 to 8 times a day. They void 6 to 8 times a day. 6 to 8 times a day. Next, breastfeed. Ito, tinatanong sa exam pala yung void na yan. Yung void na yan, dapat umihi sila 6 to 8 times a day. Kasi dapat makawit sila ng diaper nila 6 times or more. Next, breastfeeding, 8 to 10 times a day. 8 to 10 times a day. Dapat makapagpa-breastfeed po or makapag-lactate po si mother 8 to 10 times a day. Solid foods, 4 to 6 months. Give solid foods at 4 to 6 months. And weaning. Anong weaning? Ang weaning po sa Tagalog ay nilulutas ang bata. In Ilocano, pusot. Pusotem tay ubing. Lutas sa Bisaya. Awat sa Tagalog pala. Bisaya pala yun, sorry. Yan. In Ilocano, pusotem de ubing. In Bisaya, lutason. Yan. Ang Tagalog, awat sa Tagalog. And take note sa winning po, never win a sick child. Never win a sick child. Kapag may sakit po yung bata, postpone mo muna yung winning natin. Winning should be gradual process. Hindi po siya biglaan, unti-unti dapat. Offer your solid food first before your milk bottle kapag winning. Ulitin ko, offer the solid food before milk bottle kapag nagwi-win ka na. Kapag nagwi-win ka na. Ayun. Next, breastfeeding. Oxytocin. It is the hormone responsible for the letdown reflex or the milk ejection. Milk ejection. Ano daw yung hormone for milk ejection or letdown reflex? Oxytocin. Which one is not done in waking the baby? Ano daw ang hindi mo pwedeng gawin pag gusto mong gisingin yung bata? Slapping or tapping the feet. Eh sir, paano ba natin gigisingin yung bata? Attempt to change the dressing or the dress or the clothes of your baby. Okay? Attempt to undress the baby lang. Attempt lang Hindi pinapalo-palo mo yung kanyang paa. Yan. So, hindi po yun yung ating proper way to wake up the baby. Next, number 3. Go first in mother heart to breastfeed. Ano daw ang una mong gagawin kapag nahirapan po si mother to nurse the baby? Examine and observe nursing. Yan, examine and observe nursing. Next, importance of your breastfeeding. Immunity to the childhood diseases. Kasi nakakaiwas po yan sa mga sakit katulad ng pneumonia, measles, diarrhea, yan. Nakakaiwas po yan sa mga sakit na yan. Number 5, if the baby has a difficulty to grasp the nipple, anong gagawin po? Express a little milk para ma-lubricate po yung nipple, tapos mas mabilis po niya mag-grasp yung nipple mo. Okay, breastfeeding should be on-demand basis. Breast milk in room temperature will last 4 to 8 hours. Ulitin ko. Breast milk storage in room temperature will last 4 to 8 hours. Tatagal po ang breast milk sa room temperature 4 to 8 hours. 4 to 8 hours. Yan. Okay, so next we have your number 1. The greatest calorie in breast milk comes from fats. Fats po. Kasi ang carbohydrates ay 40% lang. Ang fats po ay nasa 50 to 60% po sa ating breast milk. Pag tinanong naman kayo kung ano yung high sa colostrum na mababa sa mature milk, ang sagot naman natin ay protein. High in colostrum but low in mature milk ang protein. Next, vitamin which is rich in breast milk. Sagot natin vitamin A. Vitamin A. Yan. High daw sa formula milk pero mababa sa breast milk. Sagot, iron. Mas mataas po yung iron content ng mga formula milk compared sa breast milk. Kaya nga hanggang 6 months lang dapat yung ating breastfeeding. Exclusive breastfeeding, ideally 6 months lang. Kasi nga hanggang doon lang po niya kayang punan yung needs ni baby. Hanggang doon lang niya kayang punan yung needs ni baby. Hanggang 6 months lang. Beyond 6 months, kailangan mo na magbigay ng supplementary foods para kay baby. Next, what antibodies high in your breast milk daw? It's the IgA immunoglobulin A antibody. Mataas po ang IgA content ng breast milk ni nanay. Okay, next. We have also your color of the colostrum. We have your thick yellow. Kung sino ka man, I love you more. Yan. Again, color of colostrum, we have your thick yellow. The color of the colostrum is thick yellow. So that is the first human milk po. First human milk. It's your colostrum. Yan, colostrum. Pag tanungin tayo, ano daw ang pangalan ng first human milk? We have your colostrum. And the appearance of colostrum is thick yellow. Bakit malapot pong itsura niya? Because of the rich content of vitamin A and IgA antibodies. Mataas kasi yan sa vitamin A at saka IgA antibodies. And the protein. Mataas yun sa protein. Ano daw yung gatas na lalabas after 5 days? We have your transitional milk. Transitional milk is the milk after your colostrum. Okay? Transitional milk. After 5 days, it will be replaced by transitional milk. After 5 days, it will be replaced now by your transitional milk. Proper attachment. Dapat alam niyo po ito ha. The proper attachment and latching on of the baby into the breast of the mother. So the chin of the baby must be touching the breast of the mother. The chin must be touching the breast. Areola or yung itim ng kanyang breast must be more visible above. Lower lip is turned outwards or downwards. Then mouth is widely open. Mouth should be widely open so that areola must be inside the mouth. And suck is slowly, deep with poses. Pag ikaw po ay magsasak, dapat slow, deep with poses. With feelings dapat. Okay? Tandaan niyo po yan. If you will suck, it should be slowly, deep, and with poses. Yon. Gaano ka deep, sir? Yan. Deep lang. Hindi naman kaya ni baby ang deep throat eh. Okay. So suck is slow, deep with poses. Okay. That is your latching on or your attachment. Chin touches the breast. Areola more visible above. Lower lip is turned outward or downward. Then mouth is widely open. And suck is slow, deep with poses. Suck is slow, deep with poses. Who are allowed for breastfeeding? Allowed pong magpa-breastfeeding ang Hep B mother, pneumonia mother, TB mother, leprosy mother, COVID mother, malnourished mother, small breast mother, unilateral mastectomy, mastitis, engorgement, sore cracked nipples, end-stage renal disease, and the liver disease. So ano man pong makita mo sakit ni nanay na nandyan, pwede po siyang mag-breastfeeding. Ang bawal mag-breastfeeding ay yung mga HIV positive without ART or antiretroviral therapy, psychosis, herpes in the breast, and galactosemia. And galactosemia. Yun. So sila yung mga hindi po allowed magpa-breastfeed. Ang pinaka not allowed dyan ay yung psychotic mother. Bakit po? Kasi kapag nagpa-breastfeed po yan, baka meron siyang auditory hallucinations, baka may mag-utos sa kanya, yung baby, or baka siya po ay magkaroon ng illusion. Mag-iba po yung paningin ni baby, paningin ni nanay kay baby. So not allowed po yun. Yes, Hepa B positive can breastfeed the baby. Hepa B positive can breastfeed the baby. Small breast can still breastfeed. Malnourished butot balat can still breastfeed. Yeah. Okay? So these are the allowed for breastfeeding and not allowed for breastfeeding. Okay. Ano po yung ART? Antiretroviral therapy po. It is the antiretroviral therapy. Okay, number 1. Most common complication of breastfeeding are the 3. Anong 3 most common? Sore cracked nipples, breast engorgement, mastitis. Any one of these can still breastfeeding. Any one of these is present to the mother, still the mother can breastfeed the baby. Complications of breastfeeding. Number 1, sore cracked nipples. So hindi porket may bitak-bitak na yung nipples mo ay hindi ka na pwedeng mag-breastfeed sa baby. Still, you must continue your breastfeeding. Anong gagawin mo? Before your feeding, you must apply cold packs to your sore cracked nipples. Sore cracked nipples. Apply cold packs before feeding. Then after feeding, dapat lagyan mo siya ng lanolin ointment para hindi po siya mag-crack lalo. Para maghilom yung sugat, lagyan mo ng lanolin ointment. Lanolin ointment. Okay. Care of the breast, no soap in your breast. Bawal pong sabunan ang inyong so. Hayaan mo lamang siyang mahugasan lang ng tubig. Huwag nang sabunan, huwag nang punasan ng tuwalya. Anong gagawin natin, sir, pag basa ang breast ko? I-air dry natin dalawa. Air dry natin dalawa. Joke lang po. Air dry lang yan. Air dry mo lang siya. Do not use your blowers or hair dryers. Yan. Air dry natin. Ulitin ko. Sore crack nipples, ano daw gagawin mo bago ka magpa-breastfeed? Apply cold packs before your feeding. Will you stop breastfeeding? No. Continue breastfeeding. Okay. Paghugasan ng breast, huwag gumamit ng sabon. Kailan basain mo lang siya, tapos isampay mo sa balikat mo. Ganyan. Pag malaki ang dede mo. Okay, pero pag walang dede, yan. Hayaan mo na siyang madry ng air. Air dry lang siya. Next, number 2. Engorgement. Engorgement means a full breast. Full breast po siya. So you can empty the breast of the mother by increasing the frequency of your breastfeeding. So dapat mas madalas ka ngayon magpa-breastfeeding kasi puno yung inyong breast ng milk. So ang tandaan natin dito, kung kanina sa sore crack nipples is cold packs before feeding, dito kay engorgement naman is warm packs before feeding, or advise the mother to take a warm shower bath before feeding po. Mag-warm shower muna siya bago siya magpa-breastfeeding. Yan, engorgement. Next, mastitis. Dalawang klase ng mastitis, the infected and the non-infected, or infectious or non-infectious. Pag infected po siya, Staphylococcus aureus bacteria, still you can still continue breastfeeding. Pwede pa rin pong magpa-breastfeeding yung infected mastitis natin. Okay? Yun nga lang, uunahin mo po yung ating non-infected breast bago yung infected breast na i-offer kay baby. So again, can you stop or will you stop breastfeeding with these 3 complications of breastfeeding? No. Still continue po yung ating breastfeeding. Continue breastfeeding even na siya may sore crack nipples, may breast engorgement, at may mastitis. Yan. Supplementary feeding. Next topic, supplementary feeding. Always remember that the first solid foods to be given to the baby is rice cereals. So meaning to say, the first food received by the baby is carbohydrates. Anong first nutrient daw na na-receive ni baby? Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Rice cereals po ang una natin binibigay na pagkain kay baby. Food to serve kapag 6 months po siya, rice cereals, puree of fruits and vegetables. Puree of fruits and vegetables. That is your food to serve in your 6 months. Lumalabas po sa exam yan. Huwag niyong kalimutan. Can you give now your scrambled egg? Yes, pwede na rin po. Huwag lamang po yung kanyang egg white. Huwag mong ihahalo yung egg white niya. Kasi anong scramble ko? Yung egg yolk. Pwede ba yon? Yes po, pwede po. Yan. Next, egg white. Why not egg white? Because that is the most allergenic food for babies. Again, pag tinanong ka, what is the most allergenic food for babies? Egg white. Egg white po ang most allergenic. Next, number 4, 6 months. Pag tinanong ka kung ilang ounce po ang ibibigay mo sa 6 months old, 6 to 8 ounce po. 6 to 8 ounce po ang ibibigay natin. 4 to 5 times a day. 6 to 8 ounce po ang binibigay natin sa baby. 4 to 5 times a day.